Ex-Inmates of Reddit, what was the stupidest thing you've seen a new inmate do on his first day in prison? Shit all over a suicide cell to make a point, then stuck in there with their masterpiece. A new guy was in his 50s and had developed addiction problems later in life. He somehow thought that his age afforded him control of the remote for the only TV on the range. The 10 inmates that rushed his cell kicked the living shit out of him and threw him down the stairs felt otherwise. There was an old myth that if you challenge the meanest guy in your block to a fight, everyone else would leave you alone. It's true, no one will torment you if you are dead. Kid tried it and got dropped off the 5th tier. First day in Gen Pop, last day in Gen Pop. Most guys just want to do their time alone. Most rape and violence in prison is about debt or tax. If you play it straight, 98% of guys will just leave you alone. Effing someone up on the yard makes your time worse, not better. Loss of privilege, of time in solitary, most people don't want that. Most of the straight up psychopaths are in 23/1 lockdown anyway. You get in debt or shoot your mouth off, and you will get settled or taxed. Both are to be avoided. Tell literally everyone how he was going to escape and showed off all the tools he was using. It really depends on the block you're in by how much you can get away with. But one time we had someone who got kicked out of another dorm for snitching on someone get placed in our dorm and immediately got his ass beat. And also fake claiming you're in a gang is a very quick way to get jumped. And also don't owe people money. Call his grandma and just cuss her out and talk her like dog shit because she didn't want to put her house up for collateral to bail him out. Where I was in prison, they utilized 40mm soft round launchers to respond to group disturbances. Let me tell you, they weren't soft. Kid comes in thinking he's still hardcore from juvenile hall because guards there didn't do anything when people fought. Decided to up and join a gang that he knew nothing about on his first day, thought he was tough, and started to diss the gang they had high tensions with at the time, and started a group disturbance. Co's respond, tell him to get down, he refuses and curses at them. Boom, 40mm to his face was an accidental shot to the face according to the Co. Face was distorted as hell after. Fractured skull. On his first day. One guy bragging about what he did to get himself in jail. Other dude showering barefoot. Great way to get convicted, great way to get jungle fungus. Reach across someone's food. I did 14 years in federal prison for wire fraud. I got out last February. I'm 36. Some things I can say are these. While your sexuality may not be an issue outside of prison, inside prison, male inmates who are openly gay are generally disrespected. Gambling and drugs create debts that are at some point unable to be paid and can result in serious issues for yourself. Most prisons operate a social hierarchy based on gang affiliations or hometowns, although there can be large separations based on race. However, rapists and child molesters will basically be free game for anyone who wants to take their shit or torment them. You might have been a badass outside of prison, but generally you can't fight several people at once, which is what would happen if you talk about how much of a badass you are. Keep your shit to yourself, and don't talk crazy to people, which is seen as disrespect. Respect/disrespect has a different meaning in prison, and you'll figure it out. Best to just keep to yourself, unless as much as possible, unless you want to embrace prison life and become institutionalized. Prison is not a place to make friends. Not wearing shower shoes in the shower. Gross. That's where everyone jacks off and comes all over the floor, not to mention W.E disease they've got. Not prison, but jail. I was getting put in irons with a tiny little shit next to me going to a court date. He looks at me and says loud as F, "What did you do?" I looked at him and said, "We're going to our arraignments, are you effing stupid?" It's sad when the co's and eps laugh out loud. Goofy looking kid, curly hair, thick glasses. He comes in, and for some reason he befriends me. He starts telling me what he did, sexual assault of a minor. I told him not to be telling nobody that shit, because it'll get you in trouble. The rest of that day and the next, I bailed out. By then, I could hear him from across the hall telling other people. Not surprised if he's been kicked around a few times. Kid gets booked in, hits the unit and starts borrowing food and other commissary items. Before he knew it, he was $200 in the hole. Problem is, in jail and prison, most people who are willing to loan items out expect 2 or 3 of the same item back. Yeah, I know, interest. Very easy way to get yourself indebted is by borrowing any food or other items. Never get in debt while incarcerated. A slight twist, we had a pink wet floor sign that we would put up in the entrance to the showers, so everyone knew there was someone in there jerking off. The fun game was to watch the new guys, myself included, innocently walk into the entrance to the showers that very first time, past the pink wet floor sign, and then see him come skittering back out a few moments later. Great, you made it to the end. Now smash that like button and subscribe for even more videos like this one.